Why are my Milky Way photos out of focus? Have you ever looked at your Milky Way photos only to find them out of focus? It can be frustrating, especially after spending time setting up your shot. Let's break down some common reasons why this happens and how to fix them. First, let's talk about focus distance. Many lenses have a Mark IV infinity focus, but this may not always be accurate. Manufacturing differences or changes in temperature can affect this. If your lens is set too close or too far from infinity, the stars will look blurry. Sometimes, adjusting the focus slightly before or after the infinity mark can help. Try focusing around 0.6 meters on some lenses to see if that sharpens your stars. Next, achieving precise manual focus in the dark can be tricky. Autofocus usually struggles with stars since there is not enough light or contrast. You will need to switch to manual focus and find a bright star or distant light to focus on. Using your camera's live view feature and zooming in can help you check if the stars are sharp. Look for any color shifts around out of focus stars, which can indicate that you need to adjust your focus. Another factor is the optical characteristics of your lens. Fast, wide aperture lenses often show spherical aberrations and chromatic effects that complicate focusing. Investing in a high-quality lens with minimal optical issues can improve your focus accuracy. Star trailing can also make your photos look out of focus. Even if your stars are perfectly focused, long exposure times can cause them to blur. To avoid this, use the 500 rule or 600 rule. This means dividing 500 or 600 by your lens focal length to find the maximum shutter speed. For example, with a 20mm lens, exposures longer than about 25 seconds may lead to trailing. Camera or lens instability is another common issue. Any slight movement during exposure can blur your stars. Make sure to use a sturdy tripod and consider a remote shutter releases or timer to minimize movement. Before you finish, take some test shots and review them at 100% magnification on your camera screen. Adjust your focus incrementally and retest until the stars appear as small, sharp points. For sharper Milky Way photos, use a fast, wide-angle lens, such as one with an aperture of f2.8 or faster and a focal length between 14 and 28 millimeters. Switch to manual focus, use live view, and fine-tune your focus around the infinity mark. Keep an eye on the camera's histogram and any color shifts to help with adjustments. Limit your exposure times according to the 500 rule to avoid star trailing. Stabilize your camera on a solid tripod and avoid touching it during exposure. Shooting in RAW format allows for post-processing adjustments without losing quality. By addressing these factors, you can improve the sharpness of your Milky Way photos and capture stunning details in your astrophotography.